So, back in high school, at around 2021, 2022, I remember me and a friend, we were really close at the time. We used to scroll on TikTok, share reels, laugh with each other at the break. We weren't really going out from the class because everything we needed was there. And I remember that one of the lunch breaks, I was curious and I told my friend, let's check how much time we have just on TikTok alone in a week. And I wasn't as bad as my friend, but my friend, all he ever did, except school, was just scrolling. Every time he wanted to go out, he said, "Nah, I can't. I'm too tired." I'm just he kept scrolling, sending reels, sending TikToks, whatever. And so I told him, "Open the app real quick," and we checked. There's like this like weekly hour data, like how many hours do you have per day in a week? And it said, shockingly, 35 hours on average. So it's around like 7 or 8 hours a day, which means that a quarter of his day he spent just scrolling on TikTok. And I'm not saying Instagram Reels, I'm not saying YouTube Shorts. It was purely just TikTok. And then it hit me. And I've realized that this guy, my friend, that was really close to is scrolling his life away. And I couldn't just stop myself from doing that. But then I've asked myself a couple of questions, which were, how can I minimize that? I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm not gonna stop watching reels and TikToks and stuff like that because I was a degenerate. I was a kid. And so I decided to take courage and do something that it sounds so stupid now when I think about it, but it was really important for people who were like 17, 16. I deleted TikTok, which means that now every time a friend of mine sent me a link or a video, I just couldn't watch it. And then I was considered a boomer. And I remember for a time, for a small period of time, it actually hurt because I wanted to be a part. And you know how important it is for you to be a part of like any social event there is, and you don't want to feel the FOMO. So I felt it, but then I've realized what good of an impact it did on me as a person and on my life. And so my first point is the less sources, the better. What I mean by that is that I've realized that when I had TikTok, I used to scroll on TikTok for like 3 hours. And then when I got bored of it, I was, oh shit, I'm exhausted. Let's stop watching TikToks and now watch Reels. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck did I just do here? I was exhausted from scrolling on TikTok. And then I moved on to Instagram Reels because it was more refreshing. It was different. It was the exact same thing. But having multiple sources of attention span of just purely scrolling, it ruined my life in a way that I was not productive. My attention span was short as fuck. I couldn't focus on anything. But that's a topic for another day. That's not what I'm talking about right now. But just imagine how sick you need to be in the head. How fucking sad it is that you're exhausted from scrolling on one app that you move on to the other one. Do you understand what it means? This is the highest level of addiction there is. Not smoking, no drugs, no alcohol. Scrolling. Scrolling. This is what you do all day looking like that. This is so fucking stupid. Now, I'm not a god. I'm not perfect. I also scroll. But at the same time, you need to have the basic self-awareness to understand that if you move away from one app to another after you're tired of scrolling, this is fucking stupid. This is really stupid. Now, if you clicked on this video, congratulations, mate. You're doing what 90% of people couldn't, which is create the most basic self-awareness that to the fact that this is wrong. You need to make a change. You need to make a change. And I'm proud of you for doing that. You're taking the initiative. It takes courage, because most people don't have awareness of such small things in their life that they think they're small, but they're actually pretty significant when you think about it. So good on you. I'm proud of you for making that decision. But now you need to take a call for action. You need action. And so what I want you to do right now is just choose the app that you're using most. I'd say choose TikTok, because Instagram, you obviously have like your stories, your posts. I don't want you to delete Instagram. I think it's stupid, especially if you're a young person. It's important to have Instagram and to have a good one. So I want you to just delete TikTok once and for all. And whenever you want to watch something, whenever you want to scroll, just use Reels. And do that as your like basic plan to stop scrolling for 8 hours a day. And now, when you have one source, you're gonna watch not 8 hours, like 4 hours. And this is already a significant change and a significant improvement for what you've done so far. So people ask me, but Ivo, like, why is it bad for me? Why can't I just like, I have a spare 20 minutes here, spend a spare 20 minutes there, why can't I just scroll? There's nothing else to do. But this is the thing that's gonna separate you from other people. If you actually think about it, imagine those like spare 20 minutes of the day, like there's like dead hours of the day, right? Where you have like a lunch break from school, or there's a lunch break from work or whatever, and you're not actually doing anything. This is actually the times that you can be most productive. This is what's gonna separate you from other people, if you actually think about it. Imagine in all those times, instead of just scrolling and playing like fucking Clash Royale, Brawl Stars, you'd open your phone and work on your business. This is really significant. And once you realize that, you're gonna make a very big change, and it's gonna separate you from other people, I said it before. So you're gonna delete TikTok. You're gonna stop just automatically taking your phone out and opening Instagram. What I want you to do is just change up the location of your apps in your phone, because like your brain is used to just taking your phone out. You don't even have to look. You can be blind and just open your phone and open Instagram or TikTok, because you've done it so many times before. Your brain's just used to it right now. This is the first thing I want you to do after deleting the app. I want you to rearrange your entire phone and do that every single month. Because the thing is, once you open the app, you're already there. You're just gonna start scrolling. If you're making it harder for yourself to access the app, this is gonna make a much bigger difference than you think. Because that automatic movement of you opening the phone and putting that app on, this is what's gonna make you, scroll away for like 50% of the time. This is, I guarantee you. The second thing that you want to do, this is for advanced. If you want to make like an advanced change, you want to improve your attention span, you want to be less addicted, and you want to scroll less, is the black and white screen option. This is something I tried to do recently, and I think it works pretty well, especially if I just find myself doom scrolling. I quickly press it, and then it's a wake-up call. Stop doing that. So you can go to your settings, and in your settings, you can change the setting of your, like in brightness, I think, you can change your screen to black and white only. And when you do that, you can just if you have an iPhone, you can type your iPhone 3 times. And then you have like a black and white screen. You can change it from color to black and white, which is going to be really helpful for you if you want to make a change. So like whenever you want to doom scroll, you just press it 3 times, and then you can scroll, but it's going to be less interesting, because the less colors, the less interesting it's going to be. Fuck. So this is a 3 action step that you can do to improve your attention span, to stop doom scrolling, to stop scrolling for a quarter of your life. 8 hours a day is a quarter of your life. If you do that consistently, bro, I can't talk right now, what the fuck? If you do that consistently, you're not going to have the same trouble as kids your age. You're going to feel more productive. You're going to actually be able to start like reading books for a change. I always thought not that I can't read books because I hate books because they're boring, but the real problem was that I just didn't have the attention span to do it, which is so sad when I think about it now. I used to say, no, I can't read books. No, I can't listen to podcasts that are boring. No, they're not boring. Your attention span is so dead. Do you just imagine scrolling and switching a video every 5 seconds? Think about what it does to your brain. And then you're gonna tell yourself, yeah, I'm gonna sit here for 3 hours and meditate, read books, listen to podcasts, watch long-term YouTube videos like that. Think about the fact that me talking right now, most of people your age couldn't bear it. They couldn't bear watching my videos because it's unedited. It's just me sitting here and talking. It's not something that your brain is trained to do. And it's sad, you train your brain to doom scroll. You train your brain for short-term videos, for short-term entertainment, for dopamine killer after dopamine killer after dopamine killer. So by doing those 3 things, you're going to change your life. And I guarantee that. Thank you guys for watching. And just remember that you need to work harder and also work smarter. And if you do that, you're already ahead of 99% of people.